Good morning, wrestling fans. Welcome to PWR today for Monday morning, July 26, 2021. The man they call Meathead, Linda K. The road weary Linda K. Well, you know what? I might have caught up to you this weekend, Linda. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine. I was gonna say, most of the times I'm the one with the raspy voice, but this time you're really recognizable.
Yeah, it was White Castle weekend, baby. I got to tell you,
Yeah.
White Castle weekend, lots of driving. I found myself somewhere in Whitewater for a while, Kenosha, Appleton, New Berlin. I was all over the place.
But we gotta let the fans know it was because we were celebrating your what?
The White Castle weekend.
For your
White Castle weekend. We never say
okay.
birthday. I mean,
Oh,
come
okay.
on.
Well, just for those who may not be aware of the correlation about
Yes.
why you have your huge annual White Castle weekend and little tour de Wisconsin for your birthday shenanigans. So happy belated birthday, Meathead.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It was a blast. Again, I never want to come to you and complain about being on the road because I mean, Linda, you're beating me.
Well, I'm glad you had your fun and thank you so much for getting up bright and early to do PWR today. I know you need to rest
Absolutely.
your voise. Yes.
Absolutely. We've got a couple things we want to talk about that happened over the weekend here. First off, excuse me. First
Want
off,
me to? Oh, so you want me to knock out our sponsor so you can
yeah, I was gonna.
hold
Yeah, I
the
literally was
cough?
getting there until I spit a lung out. Yeah,
Ah, all right.
sponsor,
Well,
please.
of course, the wonderful Collar and Elbow, where you can find the latest and greatest in wrestling street fashions. Make sure to go to collarandelbowbrand.com. Check out the summer sale, the summer fashions, and year-round fashions, I should say. And
Yeah.
to save yourself a little money, use promo code Linda K. That's LINDAKAY. Save yourself 10% off.
You know, I've I don't understand why it's happened, but I've really been on a t-shirt bender lately. I've got a lot of new collar and elbow stuff. This week I bought myself some Milwaukee Bucks stuff as well, obviously.
Absolutely.
Now,
Yeah.
Linda, have you ever heard my theory on professional sports teams and paraphernalia with names on jerseys and t-shirts?
I don't think so.
I want you to point it out to me if you ever see this, but I'm pretty sure you never will. I do not wear other players' names on my clothing ever.
Okay. Okay.
So if you ever see me wearing any kind of sports, Packers, Brewers, Bucks, whatever it is, it'll always say Meathead on it. Do you know why?
Why?
Unless they pay me, it's my clothes. Why do I wear some other man's name on my clothes? They're my clothes. So
Okay.
I'll support the team, I'll get my number, and I'll put my name on it every time.
Okay, that's understandable. I mean, I was going to say, I'd be remiss not to mention how we were celebrating the night of the Bucks finals together. I know you and Matthew talked about it, and I know, he mentioned you wearing the Irish whip collar and
Yeah.
elbow T-shirt because I noticed that as well. But I haven't seen you since that night. Wow. Sorry. Still basking in the glow, the glory, Keith Lee, about that Bucks
And
victory.
the parade on Thursday was even more people.
Yes, but a little more spread out, so it wasn't quite as sardine canned, if you will.
Yeah.
But just great to be part of that on site. Our friend from Dallas was on site as well.
Our
Um,
Dallas friend.
but anyways, I know we've talked a lot about Bucks and Six, but I just had to get that out because I haven't seen you since then. But I'm
Yeah.
just happy to have experienced a moment of history. Uh, Milwaukee Bucks and Six. Okay,
Amazing
I
stuff.
digress.
All right. Again, let's talk about what had happened over the weekend. First off, Jeff Hardy, positive with COVID. Don't know when he contracted it. Don't know what his connections or his, contact is. He had that match with Karrion Kross where he defeated him on Raw. Hardy will be isolated for 2 weeks, apparently. We regret to inform you that the event with Jeff Hardy to take place on Monday, 26th, at the Record Bar in Kansas City, Missouri, will have to be postponed to a later date. So, um, positive for COVID. Hopefully, everything goes okay with Jeff Hardy. But yeah, he's quarantined.
So, just thought about it. So the WWE Super Show is actually in Milwaukee this Saturday. So
Yep.
I guess that's no Jeff Hardy, no. But he's got to take care of himself. Hopefully, it's just just minor symptoms or none at all. And
Yep.
yeah.
All right. So Jeff Hardy with COVID would be down for a little bit, but he'll be back. No problem. Kind of a bit of a shocker over the weekend. Now, you said it in a way that I completely understood, and I think we all understood it. We always talk about Matt Cardona, formerly Zack Ryder, woo, 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 as a pretty boy guy, right? He wasn't a hardcore type. I mean, I barely ever saw him bleed at all.
I don't think I ever have.
Over the weekend, GCW Homecoming, Matt Cardona beat Nick Gage, Mr. Hardcore right now, and became the new champion, and he was a bloody mess. Can you believe that Matt Cardona is the GCW champion and he beat the Hardcore legend?
No, that's quite a shocker to me. Yeah, you just said it, and I said it too off the air too. I just couldn't picture Matt Cardona doing the hardcore matches just because I mean this in a good way. He's a
Right.
pretty boy, and I just never seen, like you said, any blood, or maybe to some extent, like maybe a little, nick here and there, but I was not expecting to hear him defeating Nick Gage and now being the champion of GCW. That's insane to me, but I good for him. That's what he's looking to do, and hey, now he's the champ.
I mean, one, I would be shocked that he had the match at all, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then Gage is the longest reigning GCW world champion of all time in that company. Huge fan favorite. And Matt Cardona went over.
Well, perhaps this is another area to explore with Matt Cardona outside of Impact. And hey, if this is what he's looking to do, best of luck.
Yeah. Let's talk about Kenny Omega being interviewed on Wrestling Observer. And he's talking about the possibility of, excuse me, of Punk and Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, showing up in AEW. Now, no matter what the headlines say, folks, confirm this, 100% contract signed, blah, blah, blah. None of that is done until it's done by the company or the talent. Okay? It's not confirmed until they say it's confirmed. The rest of it is just hot garbage air blown around. Okay? You hear it from us talking about it. We're talking about possibly, technically, is it legitimate? No, it's not legitimate yet. Okay? So, but Kenny Omega did give his opinion on it. He said, obviously, Daniel Bryan had pumped up the character Daniel Bryan WWE. Whatever you want to say, whatever you want to think, that yes movement. I don't think WWE was ready for it, and I think they rebooked it on the fly with just the groundswell of support that Daniel Bryan got leading up to that WrestleMania win. So, and then the thing with CM Punk, there are people that follow CM Punk, do or die, right? With CM Punk, they will, no matter what, if he farted on a nun, they would still be CM Punk fans. So when the Chicago events come up in AEW, I mean, it is almost a lock for CM Punk to be involved somehow, some way. Your thoughts, Linda? And first, your thoughts on CM Punk farting on a nun.
Yeah, I'm still flabbergasted.
That was
the
almost
thought
a
of
spit
that.
take on the keyboard there.
Well, now that you put it into perspective, All Out is going to take place for a stretch of days in Chicago.
Right, they got Rampage, they've got Dynamite, and they've got the pay-per-view.
I don't know. To me, rumors are just rumors until they are truths, and until you have either Punk or Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson actually say the words out of their own mouth, or until we see it with our own eyeballs,
right,
on AEW TV, I'm just going to go along with rumors being rumors. Things stir in the pot. That gets us a little bit more excited. The wrestling world, talking. That would be, a lot of people say, if they were going to start like a dream match in another promotion, or just them being a part of AEW would be a dream to some people. Just to see them back, actually. It doesn't have to be AEW, but just to see either CM Punk or Daniel Bryan back on television in the ring wrestling.
I mean, we've seen we've seen Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania,
right?
But we have not seen Punk wrestle in years.
Right. Well, and also just Daniel Bryan being back, because we assumed he would have been part of a later draft in WWE, which would have taken him to Raw, since he can no longer be on SmackDown, since that was the whole clause.
That was a stipulation, right?
Yes. So the fact that he's possibly going to AEW, that'd be very exciting if it does happen. But I'm just gonna keep it just chill. Rumors are rumors, and until I see with my own eyes or hear with my own ears coming straight out of, I don't say the horse's mouth, but their own mouths, I'm just gonna sit back and just take it all in. This is a very exciting time in wrestling. I mean, just
Absolutely.
with live audiences back, touring back, let's just take things bit by bit and just take it for what it is. I'm here for it.
Let's talk SmackDown from Friday night. And again, folks, bear with me. I mean, I am in the throat's in a rough shape. Mentally and physically, I feel fine. The throat shot. John Cena started off the show on Fox on SmackDown and called out Roman Reigns again and said, "Hey, I'm wanting Roman Reigns for that title match." Heyman interrupts at the end and states, "Look, you'll get your answer from the head of the table at some point tonight." Your thoughts on seeing Cena come through, do his thing? He didn't show up in the Peacemaker outfit, though.
Oh, no, he's got to, plug that merch.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but I know. I mean, we knew he was going to be back to challenge Roman Reigns. Why not have the most exciting, at least to me right now, to a lot of the fans, in his huge return, most exciting superstar in WWE right now, open up SmackDown. He opened up Raw. Why not have him open up SmackDown? Definitely got the crowd going. I think everyone, with the exception of a few boos or people wanting to boo just because it's the thing to do, everyone was generally happy to see him out there, and he got them going. So I loved that he opened up Raw. I loved,
and they were in Cleveland, so the first show outside of the South.
Right. And Heyman coming out and doing his own
that was pretty funny.
I popped at that. It was funny. Great way to start off SmackDown and get that challenge in place.
Yeah, and SmackDown was a weird show for me. Like I said, I didn't hate it, but SmackDown was just a little weird for me. Here's what we also got right after the Cena segment. We got Finn Balor coming out wrestling his first match up on the big brand in a while. Finn Balor defeating Sami Zayn and looking good as usual. Now, after the Finn Balor Sami Zayn match, this is where it got weird. Now, you knew this, right? That this was going to happen. They were going to go to a festival that was like the world's biggest hip hop festival. They were going to have two matches on this festival. SmackDown was going to emanate from two separate locations. I want to know what your opinion is of SmackDown, again, two separate locations, and then specifically the two matches and how they looked and how they felt.
I guess first off, with just getting live events back, I felt Cleveland got a little gypped by not being able to have two additional matches with some bigger names in their own arena. However, I get there's a lot of cross promotional opportunities. So having Wale come out to introduce the matches at I think it was called Rockin' or something Loud Festival. Definitely a lot of people there. So definitely a lot of possibly new faces and eyes to the product. So I understand that as well. And obviously Wale's
Rolling Loud.
Thank you. Yeah, and obviously, Wale's connection with WWE wrestling, doing Big E's theme song.
Yeah.
Thought that was appropriate for him to introduce Street Profits and having that first match there. While there were a lot of fans in attendance, I don't think that they were as into it as I thought maybe.
Thank you.
Doing this live feed, making it a part of the live SmackDown show. I don't think the company got exactly what they wanted. It looks like it was quite a struggle to find people cheering or even putting their hands up, jumping up and down, whatnot. So, despite, commentating, still saying like, "Oh, the crowd is hyped," and they had
noise pumped in.
Yeah. It looks like people obviously still stayed to watch the matches. I mean, that rock festival I just went to, there was wrestling on site as well. I just feel because this was being aired on national TV as well and live that they didn't quite get the payoff that they wanted in regards to what it looked like visually. Still though, a great, match with not Montez, but oh gosh, sorry, I always have brain farts every time I do these with you.
Dawkins.
Thank you, and Chad Gable. It was a good case of showing the common wrestling fan, if you will, good guy versus bad guy. And then having Bianca Belair and Carmella, I thought that was another.
Well, and it makes sense too that Bianca was the match if the Street Profits were there as well.
Right. Yeah, with her and Montez, obviously. But I thought that was another great match to have on site to show, the ladies and one of the main champions on SmackDown, and two attractive women. Why not have that be a draw for something to trying to draw new fans into the product? But anyways, I thought it was surprising. I didn't think it was really necessary, especially this soon with live events coming back, that Cleveland's getting SmackDown and they're losing out on 2 matches on site, and then also it just not maybe visually panning out as quite as what WWE may have wanted.
So
but
you made a good point, and this is what I wanted to point out as well, and you already did. But again, I like to watch crowds, and I listen to noise, and I try to match up with the crowds. The crowds were not interacting. That was not them.
Yeah.
Okay. Secondly, you would think that Bianca would have maybe popped the crowd, because the crowd wasn't going to pop for Chad Gable. This was not his house. Okay.
Yeah.
So this was a very natural face versus heel, like you mentioned. There was nothing for Bianca as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they just gave 0.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the visuals of it, looking out on a crowd of, maybe 250,000 watching it. That was cool. Because, again, I've told you this before. I've been to Rockfest in Chicago where it's been, 250,000 people. But it just didn't work. And I don't know if they plan on doing it again, but it was worth a try. I enjoyed the try.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, having Wale come out to introduce, at least us wrestling fans and community, his relationship within the wrestling world. So I thought that was cool to see as well.
I actually did not know I wanted this segment, but I enjoyed Edge coming out, not at the top, not at the bottom of the hour, whatever. Edge coming out, and just for one, it looked like a rock show Edge, right? Because the lighting was a little weird, so it was dark around him, and getting interrupted by Seth Rollins. I love the setup. I love the back and forth between the two of them. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely. I also loved how both of them spoke of a little bit of history, a little history lesson.
Histrionics.
Yes. Just kind of letting the fans know about their history or lack thereof. They mentioned when they could have had, a match back when, or the reasoning Seth Rollins then coming out saying why he's now challenging Edge, about him saying he treated him like crap. Not in those words, but I forgot what it was verbatim, but how he didn't like how Edge treated him years ago in the WWE. So I also loved how, you have the new Seth Rollins just heckling during his
Grandpa
promos.
Edge.
Yes, but then also that one point where he was talking to him not just face to face, but then he looked to the side. I wish I could remember exactly what he said, but I think it was something along the lines of him, like not holding back. Oh, hurting his neck. That's what it was. His surgically repaired neck. He said,
crack.
Yes, and I just love visually. Again, all about visuals, right? This one took place right in the ring, though, just between Edge and Seth. But he turned to the side a bit and said, "I will not hesitate to take out your neck," or something along those lines. Right. But I loved it, and how Edge was like, "Well, I said I couldn't touch you."
Oh, and about that promise of not hitting you. I lied.
Yeah. Again, this is a match that I wasn't. I mean, on paper, yes, it looks. It would be awesome, but I really didn't realize how much I wanted it until I'm seeing it. So kudos. Yeah.
I think both of them went up a notch on that one.
Yeah.
We got the in-ring debut on SmackDown of Toni Storm, who has a very, honestly, looks that kill Nikki Sixx vibe going for me.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's literally, I think that's Looks That Kill. You know, like Shout at the Devil album, Nikki Sixx look.
Oh yeah, I always picture in the Looks That Kill video when
Right, that's what I'm
in the
saying.
chorus, the Looks That Kill, and they show Nikki like wide-eyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that look is great on her. And what a way to kick off her match or her sorry, on the main card. What a way to kick off her start on the main card, excuse me, by getting that victory over Selena Vega recently. Back.
Yeah,
Selena
also
Vega.
recently returned. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy Uso would have win over Dominic Mysterio, but really I'm going to talk about the main event here. Roman Reigns comes out and actually busts a couple good lines. He said, I was hoping to acknowledge John Cena too, but we didn't. We got 2015 John Cena. It was the same promo.
Over and over.
The whole, yeah. So what ends up happening is here comes Finn Balor and it says, you know what, Cena? No.
Oh.
Finn? Yes.
I was just going to backtrack about the funny haha Roman Reigns,
Yeah,
especially
go
the
for
whole when he said the whole over and over. It's like missionary every night. Huge pop because PGWE, I mean, you know, it's alluding along the lines of something that they usually don't touch anymore, but let alone it coming from Roman Reigns. Even the new Roman Reigns, I just didn't expect to hear that out of his mouth.
Caught you off guard.
Oh, yeah. So that, yeah, popped at that one. But anyways, I digress. So then now he says he's not going to accept the challenge for John Cena, as you said. And now comes out Finn Balor. And now he's accepting the challenge from Finn Balor? Do you think that will stick for SummerSlam?
No, I don't. I think we're going to find out in the next 3 weeks.
Okay.
3-4 weeks.
You know, Roman did consult with Paul Heyman for a bit before he gave his answer to Finn. So probably some trickery, some kabuki, charcuterie, just kidding, something that rhymed with that. Stuff coming up for Finn, for Roman Reigns, because selfishly, I thought about the PWR draft and how I just made my my move there this past week to get John Cena on Team Long Time. However, I do also have Finn Balor on Team Long Time, so maybe not.
Maybe you're getting a triple threat. Who knows?
Ooh, perhaps.
Very quickly, too. Also, WWE announced that a New Year's Day pay-per-view will be going in Atlanta, and Shotzi and Knox nailed Baron Corbin. What a tank start!
Okay, I will say the whole thing with Corbin right now, it is making me laugh.
Owens gave him $40,
and he said I could get a lot done with this until the Dirty Dogs took his money.
Yeah,
he's playing this character well, though. Obviously, just letting his hair grow out. Well,
you know, Kevin Owens did come out. Wait, is that the shirt you wore last week? No, it's a new one. But you got the same stain on the same shirt? Oh, come on, man.
But how nice of KO. You know, Kevin Owens is definitely one who's always flipping back with me. We talk about Big Show going back and forth.
Yeah.
Well, all in all, good times.
All right. Well, that is it, really. We got Raw tonight. I assume we're going to see Cena again, to be honest with you.
It is the summer of Cena.
Hey, it's fun having Cena back. And, you know, let's see what else we get. Are we going to get Keith Lee again? Are we going to get a Karrion Kross again? What are we going to get?
Or Lashley Goldberg. Oh, and Nikki Ash.
Nikki ASH.
Yeah.
You never know. All right. Well, for Linda K, the man they call me, hey, thanks for stopping by. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Hopefully, I'll be able to talk tomorrow morning. So long, everyone.